NFL players aren't allowed to leave training camp that lasts for about 3 weeks. They stay at the dorms or hotel rooms provided by the NFL. Their structured schedule includes multiple practices per day, team meetings, and conditioning sessions.
Hey Swifties and Chiefs Kingdom. Welcome back to Taybuzz, your ultimate source for everything Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. I'm your host, and today we're diving deep into Travis Kelce's reaction after the Chiefs' shocking 33-16 preseason loss to Seattle Seahawks. And you won't believe how this connects to Taylor Swift's recent moves. But first, if you love getting inside scoop on Taybuzz before anyone else, smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell, because we drop exclusive content that you won't find anywhere else. Let's talk about what went down in Seattle. The Kansas City Chiefs walked into Lumen Field as the defending champions, but left with their tails between their legs after a brutal 33-16 defeat. And here's the kicker. Travis Kelce barely saw the field. The Chiefs' offense was absolutely anemic, managing only 156 total yards, while Seattle torched them for 477 yards and 4 touchdowns. Patrick Mahomes sat out completely, leaving backup Gardner Minshew to struggle through the game. But what's really interesting is how Travis handled this embarrassing performance. Sources close to the team say Travis was visibly frustrated on the sideline, but not for the reasons you might think. While most players would be upset about the loss, Travis seemed more concerned about his limited playing time and what that might mean for his relationship with the coaching staff heading into his 13th NFL season. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Coach Andy Reid recently made headlines when he said Travis looks like he's 20 after his incredible offseason transformation. The man has been working out like a machine, shedding weight, and getting into the best shape of his career. But here's what the mainstream media isn't telling you. This transformation isn't just about football. Multiple sources suggest that Travis's new commitment to fitness is directly connected to keeping up with Taylor's incredibly demanding lifestyle. Have you seen her Eras Tour performances? The woman is basically running a marathon while singing for 3.5 hours. Travis knows that being with Taylor means being ready for anything: red carpets, international travel, high-energy events. And after the Seahawks game, when reporters asked about his limited playing time, Travis's response was telling. Instead of complaining, he talked about being ready when opportunity calls, a phrase that sounds suspiciously similar to something Taylor might say about seizing moments in her career. Speaking of Taylor, let's address the elephant in the room. She wasn't at the Seahawks game. Fans were speculating for weeks whether she'd make her 2025 season debut, but Taylor was notably absent from Lumen Field. Now, before you start panicking about relationship trouble, let me tell you what's really going on. Our sources indicate that Taylor deliberately skipped this preseason game for strategic reasons. First, she knew Travis would have minimal playing time. Why travel to Seattle for 3 snaps? But more importantly, Taylor has been busy with something huge. Recent reports suggest she's been in deep preparation mode for potential announcements that could shake the entertainment world. Some insiders are even whispering about TS12 preparations, though nothing's confirmed yet. Here's the beautiful part. Travis's reaction after the game showed he completely understood. When asked about Taylor's absence, he smiled and said something about supporting each other's priorities. That's not the response of a man whose girlfriend is losing interest. That's the response of someone who's in a secure, mature relationship where both people respect each other's careers. And can we talk about that New Heights podcast appearance? Just days before the Seahawks game, Taylor made a surprise appearance on Travis and Jason's podcast, and it was everything. The way she joked about male sports fans who criticize her presence at games was chef's kiss perfect. But what really stood out was how comfortable and natural she seemed talking about football strategy and understanding the game. This isn't someone who's just playing along with her boyfriend interests. Taylor Swift has genuinely become a football fan. Travis's reaction to having Taylor on the podcast was pure joy. You could see it in his eyes, hear it in his voice, and that energy carried over into his approach to the Seahawks game. Even though the team performed poorly, Travis maintained a zen-like confidence that only comes from being truly happy in your personal life. So what does Travis's reaction to the Seahawks loss tell us about where Taybuzz stands heading into the regular season? Everything. First, Travis is approaching this season with a different mindset. He's not desperate to prove himself anymore. He's playing with the confidence of someone who has support at home. That transformation we talked about is not just physical. This is a man who's mentally and emotionally in the best place of his career. Second, the fact that he handled the loss with such grace, focusing on preparation rather than dwelling on the poor performance, shows he's learned something from Taylor about resilience and looking forward rather than backward. And finally, his comments about team chemistry and building for the future suggest he's thinking long-term about everything in his life right now. Football and relationships. Here's my prediction for the regular season. Taylor will be much more visible at Chiefs games, but she'll be strategic about it. Don't expect her at every game, but when she shows up, it'll be for the big moments. Travis, meanwhile, is going to have a bounce-back season. That Seahawks game was a wake-up call, but not in the way most people think. It reminded him that football is still just a game, and he's got so much more happening in his life now. I also think we're going to see more joint appearances, more podcast moments, and maybe even some surprise collaborations that nobody sees coming. The man who can laugh off a 33-16 preseason loss is someone who's comfortable taking risks and trying new things. All right, Swifties and Chiefs fans, that's my take on Travis's reaction and what it means for Taybuzz. What do you think? Was Taylor right to skip the preseason game? Is Travis's new mindset going to help or hurt his performance this season? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And make sure you're subscribed to Taybuzz because we got exclusive Taybuzz content dropping every single week. Hit that notification bell so you never miss when we uncover the latest developments in the world's most watched relationship. Also, let me know what topics you want us to cover next. Are you more interested in Taylor's potential new music, Travis's football analysis, or the fashion moments? We cover it all here at Taybuzz. Until next time, keep shipping Taybuzz, and remember,